The moment wasn't too big for him. Did he make mistakes? Yes. We knew that going in. But the kid showed he belongs at this level.
What is up, Drake Maye? Great to see you, pal. Welcome into Zolak and Bertrand. We're presented by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It is October 14th, day after Drake Maye's debut in the NFL. 3 touchdown passes for the kid. A lot of toughness, a lot of grit, a lot of composure. What a successful day. A 41-21 loss, of course. Yeah. They lose by 20 points, but
I felt that going in that we're gonna lose this game. You're gonna come away with a loss, but you're gonna feel good about the quarterback coming out of there, and you're not that pissed off about yesterday.
Pissed? I'm not pissed about anything other than offensively. I'm not pissed at all. Defensively, there are some things that I wish were better.
Oh yeah, you let the rookie down on his debut. The team let the rookie down on his debut.
From a discipline penalty standpoint, I feel like they could be better offensively as well. Okay, yeah, that might leave you a little pissed, but that's not what yesterday was about. And I'm sorry that the pick didn't hit and they didn't stay within it. I'm sorry they didn't hit within 7.
Sorry, I'll let it fly.
But how do we do otherwise on the parlay?
You ruined the football card.
Did we go 4-1?
Yeah, we went 4-1.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we went 4-1.
That hurts.
Usually we don't touch the local team. Like we usually don't do that.
That's my fault.
But I think he felt so strong, was so happy for the
had to
debut.
do it. I got caught up in the emotion of it.
I'm glad I got talked to the Steelers. I'm riding the Steelers the whole year.
I'm getting caught up in the emotion of yesterday with Drake Maye, quite frankly, because
you missed it, pal.
What did I miss?
You missed it being in person.
I know. I'm disappointed to have not been there in person.
You missed it. Yeah.
I watched a lot of highlights last night and today. Everybody's running them. It's different in person. He's got an arm. The kid's got an arm, and he can move. He ain't Mac Jones. Let's just say that.
Like the performance of Drake Maye yesterday was entirely predictable and was predicted by this program. I think it was.
I feel like we're on an island there.
Everything we said was going to happen with this kid happened. We said you're going to watch the ball come out quick. You're going to watch him make big throws. You're going to watch him buy a little bit of time. You're going to see him get crushed on some plays, and he did.
Yep.
You are going to see him do what Jacoby Brissett has done a good job of not doing, which is throwing picks, and he did. The turnovers were there.
Yeah.
The sacks were there.
The first one was his fault.
Big throws were there. And you know what else was there? Toughness was there, both mentally and physically.
He bounced back.
He pulled himself up off the turf. He did not die against that Texans front. Oh, my goodness, it's unconscionable. You can't play Drake Maye behind this offensive line. What a bad day for you people.
Yeah, bad day.
Bad day for you guys. Yeah, he picked himself up, got back in the huddle, and his teammates continued to talk about his toughness and his composure and his energy and how good of a practice that a player he was last week. Did you hear some of these comments after the game from Kendrick Bourne and from Pop Douglas?
How about the Orr stuff from Bourne?
How they want to run through a wall for this guy?
Yeah. You're just seeing sidelines. Like I'm watching sidelines after he comes off the sidelines. They're all there waiting for him. And they tried to pick him up. They're just not a talented team.
This offense came to life yesterday. He threw 3 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett didn't throw 3 touchdowns in 4 games. He did it in 4 quarters.
Yeah.
He opened things up. He was able to get the ball down the field. Jacoby Brissett hasn't done that at all.
No.
And can't do it. This was a great first step yesterday.
There were 2 or 3
great first
throws.
step for this team. Great first step for Drake Maye.
Yeah. There were 2 or 3 throws where like he's in the pocket and he's kind of twisted and his feet are off and he completes like you just saw one there and we're watching it here in studio. It was a flat route to the right side, and you're like, how the hell did he get that ball out? There were times like it didn't look like he could push through it, and he was able to make the completions. And I'm like, wow, that's off the back foot, that's strong arm stuff. But the ball had life in person, and like, hey, the first one got away from him. He settled down. He had said he was nervous going in. It's natural. You're going against the top defense. It's your first start. You're playing in front of your home fans. You know, all the pressure in the world's on you. He's like Brett Favre. He gets amped up and threw that one in the first row. And he got picked. That was a bad pick.
Do you know that it had been nearly 2 calendar years since the Patriots offense had scored 3 touchdowns in 3 different quarters in a game?
That's crazy.
Do you know how putrid that is? It was October 16th of 2022.
Oh.
That was the last time that they scored 3 touchdowns in 3 different quarters of a football game where they weren't just stagnant.
Yeah, I heard Bob say this too, and I think it's the 22-point mark. There's only 4 times they've scored more than 22 points since Brady left in all these years.
Oh, I got a Brady stat
We used to average 28, 35 points a game.
The last time that a Patriots quarterback threw a touchdown in 3 straight quarters was 2019 with Tom Brady. That was against the Steelers. September of 19, over 5 calendar years ago. 5 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, and I was getting angry at the end of last week with some just like all the negative commentary about how can you play him? How can you play him? That's why you play him.
Yeah.
Because he's the better quarterback.
This feels so much better watching this quarterback on a Sunday and watching this team have the ability to make plays, move down the field, do it relatively quickly if they need to, and at least have the ability to score. Even if you're losing 41-21, how much better did that feel yesterday to feel like you are accomplishing something as a program, as a team? You are taking strides. How much better was that yesterday? I got to say, the first overall pick in the draft feels a lot better with Drake Maye developing than it does with Jacoby Brissett going out there and stinking out the house. That feels way better. It is. It's a better viewing experience. It's better as a fan, and it's better for this team in the long run to keep doing what they did yesterday.
I was on the edge of my seat, like calling the game. I haven't felt that way in a long time. A long time. We've called a lot of games since Brady left with lack of offensive firepower. You felt like you had firepower yesterday. That's without Ramondre. I tell you what, the center, Ben Brown, this kid they picked up, he looks bigger than the tackles. And he held his own yesterday off 2 days of practice. Just throw him in there. And it's good. It's been better. Defensively, you got some issues.
Yeah, no, I think so.
The whole operation.
I mean, what are we really worried about with that, though? I mean,
they can't stop the run. Like, just the run. They're getting no push. They can't get pressure with 4. Every time they get pressure, they got to bring a backer. They're forced to do that. And sometimes you get caught against a high-flying team like that. That Schultz tight end they had. Obviously, Diggs on the outside. Tank Dell, like that kid for a number 3 or 4 receiver. Like they had no Robert Woods, no Nico Collins yesterday. And they picked up Joe Mixon in the offseason. That team is stacked. They're stacked. And Stroud can play. Whew.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned about that today. I'm more just elated about Drake Maye's first performance is what it is, because I think he's going to learn from the mistakes he made in this game. I think you saw him learn in-game, missed one to pop earlier, came back to it later, made a better throw on it. I feel like there were things happening in-game that happened with Drake Maye that he was getting better at, and he's going to be better next week. And I think they're going to have a shot to win a game this coming weekend.
They're 5.5-point dogs.
Isn't that surprising?
Yes.
A little
With
bit.
how bad
Given how bad the Jags are.
I thought they'd
yes.
be favored. I thought they'd be like a 2.5, 3-point favorite. That's the week you met them.
So what are you going to give him? We're going to give Drake Maye a grade?
I don't give grades.
What do you want to give him? A rating? Number out of 10? What do you want to give Drake Maye?
I'd call it pleasantly content. Like, I'm excited moving forward. I'm excited moving forward with this kid.
Settled in, tough, composed, teammates love him, energy to the offense. They're accomplishing something.
It looked like he got croaked and separated his shoulder in that one hit where it took him forever to get up.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He bounced back from that and drove him right down. You get the touchdown after that, the next drive. Like, that's the stuff good quarterbacks in this league do. You bounce back from negative plays. And I think he has that demeanor where something bad happens, he doesn't have to go to the bench, talk to his mental coach.
Do breathing exercises. Yeah.
I'm okay. No. All right. Let's get back out there.
It's only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
It's only getting better from here.
Wait till he gets his swagger on.
And by the way, Maye against man coverage yesterday. Thank you, Evan Lazar. I think it was Evan Lazar who had this stat yesterday. He compiled this. Against man coverage, 6 passes, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also had a pick in there, but we'll leave that out of the story
Not
for a
important.
moment. 9.2 yards per attempt. A season high for the Patriots offense against those man coverages. Things are about to open up. This offense clearly was opening up yesterday. We have a football team to watch again. We have something worth watching with this team that will encourage you for the now, for the future, Oh my God, thank you. It is here. It has arrived. Yesterday was a great day for the New England Patriots. A great day. A 41-21 loss, and it's a great day. That's about keeping it all in perspective.
There was juice in the stadium yesterday. There was juice pulling into the parking lots. You saw a ton of 10 jerseys. You saw a ton of 10 jerseys with the name crossed out with May written on them. People were ready for it. They
needed it.
I'm like, damn, they should have played him against Miami. Should have played him against Miami.
And now they're on to London. Hello.
May I have some spotted dick, please?
Tea and crumpets.
I mean, how many callers are pissed? May are they still pissed today that May played yesterday? All the calls.
Oh, I was getting some of those emails during the game yesterday. I just kept deleting them. What's the point? You people are never going to be satisfied.
What were they saying?
I'm mad about Drake Maye. Mad about the fact that he stinks. Mad that the offense still stinks. I don't know what they were looking for.
They start to dwindle as the game went on. At least
they did. They died out pretty quickly. It's just people that are completely against it. They were hanging on for dear life.
After the interception.
They were hanging on for dear life. You lost. It's okay. You lost. Tough day for the don't play the rookie quarterback crowd. Really tough day on that front. Andy writes in, this show sounds like we won the game. Drake Maye is the Bugatti parked in front of the mobile home. They're 5.5-point underdogs against a terrible Jags team. But you guys can keep talking about how fun it will be to go 1-16. This is way more fun than going 1-16 with Jacoby Brissett. I had them as a 3-win team before the year. So my expectations are fully in line with what they're going to end up being. They have the number 1 pick in the draft. If you're getting something out of the year, you've got to get the development of the quarterback out of the way. They started it yesterday. The kid can play. You saw flashes. This is worth tuning in for every Sunday. I'm sorry that I want something worth watching every Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask? No. For the first time in a month, we had something worth watching yesterday.
Did you call him Bukaki?
Bugatti.
Okay, Bugatti.
Yeah.
I already got that messed up.
You already got dumped. Congratulations.
That didn't take long.
You can't say that?
No,
Most
you cannot.
certainly cannot.
Would you think that was a... Yeah.
Well, it was in that trial.
What was your stat about 21 points?
That 22 points was only scored 4 times since the Tom Brady era.
I don't think that's true.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's even close.
It sounded good. It sounded
good. We got a lot of pushback on that one. That is not true.
All right, my bad.
It's okay.
Maybe I misheard Bob. My bad.
It's something like that. Maybe it's like in a half at all. It's probably got some sort of qualifier.
I don't know. Whatever.
Right?
Yeah. Can't say that.
No, you can't say that. Adam in Rhode Island says, isn't it great to say I told you so to all the naysayers out there? The naysayers.
The Maysayers.
The Maysayers, as he says, no more clogged toilet offense. The Patriots are finally going into the right direction. Now we just need to get rid of AVP and his dumb plays to throw the ball short to the outside. The kid is tough. He learns from his mistakes. Yesterday was a win-win, even though they lost the game. Feeling optimistic. Agreed. Alex Van Pelt continues to be a problem. Agree or disagree?
I mean, there's more to be made over the middle. I was complaining about that yesterday. A lot of stuff felt thrown to the sideline again, especially early. And those aren't high percentage throws. You know, a young quarterback needs high percentage. I call them drive starters, stuff to get you going. Maybe it's a screen. Maybe it's a little pop pass to the tight end. A little quick out. Something like that. Just catch and throw. Get it out of his hands. Get him in rhythm. And just the 5-step deep after 2 handoffs and you're at 3rd and 10, that's the problem. You can't put him in 3rd and 10. Put him in 3rd and 4, and I think he's looking to run a little bit too. I thought he'd get out of the pocket a little too early at times yesterday, no doubt about that. But, he's filling it out. He's thinking I'm going to get hit. He's thinking I'm going to get pressure. And he's also a guy that picked up a couple first downs with his legs. That's stuff you haven't seen. So he can move. He's deceptive. And I said it during the broadcast too. He's more of like Eric Dickerson ran straight up and down. But the vision's there and the legs just move and you're like, wow, he's quicker than I thought. It's good to see it in live action. It is. I mean, we can see all the tape you want from Carolina, but to see it yesterday live, that was good.
Let's go to your calls. Thoughts and reaction on Drake Maye in his first start. Mike in the car, have at it.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Great. Wonderful.
Hey, listen, those guys are eating crow so much, I love it. That's all I can say on that one. Number one, though, did you guys hear the crowd when Drake Maye even took that field on his first possession? Absolutely insane. Secondly, that first touchdown pass, all I thought, now listen, I don't compare Brady to anybody. I'm not one of those fans. But all I can picture was that Brady to Moss. record-setting touchdown pass from 07. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you saw. And I went absolutely nuts. Everybody was talking about how Drake Maye shouldn't start. Oh, if he starts, I hope he gets injured. So people like you can just be in a crappy mood. Like, first of all, why would you even say that? Secondly, don't be mad because the guy can actually get on the field and actually make plays like he did yesterday. When are you supposed to start the kid? 5 years down the road? Who's he going to learn? Who's going to learn behind?
It's over.
What's he
It's
gonna
over.
learn?
Mike, you don't even have to argue with him anymore. You don't have to do it. It's over.
You know who I'm happy for yesterday, too?
In 4 quarters of football, we already saw why he should be out there.
Yeah. You know who I'm happy for yesterday? Keyshawn Boutte. Keyshawn Boutte, who's just hung around and played his ass off whenever he's gotten opportunities, dealt with the off-field stuff, who I thought had a really good camp, played well in the preseason games.
Thought he was better than Tyquan Thornton.
Oh,
I don't know how they overcame
he gets
him
on the
being
field,
active,
and Tyquan Thornton and KJ Osborne can't see the field.
Yeah.
You're two veteran receivers.
That's because Elliot Wolf's not good at his job, as we've learned.
Oh, they got to get rid of him.
Elliot Wolf? Yeah,
no,
I
those
agree.
two. No, not Elliot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's good. Hey, GMs are going to miss. That's going to happen. But Jesus, they picked him up from Minnesota, where they actually threw the ball, and he was productive. Then you get here and you can't do anything. It's amazing.
Maybe it's because he's old and nobody wanted him for a reason, and he's cheap.
There you go.
Maybe he's just a cheap player, and they didn't sign a good one.
Yeah.
But that throw was another first, by the way. You see, that was like the longest throw since 2022 for a touchdown, and that was like that Hail Mary fluke play that Mac Jones had against the Bengals.
Yeah.
So many firsts.
What do you got there?
Step. I was looking for the step on the back of the Packer way that says one team's trash is another team's treasure. Thought that might be what they were looking at with KJ Osborne.
That may be
didn't happen. Yep. Didn't happen. Still trash. Brendan in Worcester. Brendan.
Yo, what up, boys?
Hey.
So I had a question. Do you think if we could pursue Devontae Adams, do you think that would make a difference in our team?
Yeah, I think it would make a difference, but I think
but
it's fantasy to talk about it. I don't think there's any shot of it happening.
I'd rather have better linemen.
Yeah, so like I was thinking, let's say we get Devontae Adams and draft some linemen. Do you think now we'll actually throw the ball instead of throwing 5-yard outs?
Yeah, and listen, I don't think the personnel is there to be throwing deep right now often. Yeah, I mean, that's all part of the plan, I guess. Packer way. Got to get some linemen better than Chukwuemeka for. Got to get some receivers better than KJ Osborne. Yeah. I mean, I think that has to be factored into the story yesterday that they are giving Drake Maye a bare bones offense and the kid still is out there trying to make plays. His offense sucks. The talent around him stinks. And you already saw signs of hope on day one. Imagine if he had any level of talent around him. Oh my goodness. You'd really have something.
Andrew Callahan had a tweet yesterday.
What did it say?
The left tackle was a waiver claim. Left guard was a signed futures contract in January. The center arrived on Thursday, and the right tackle was a waiver claim.
What an effing disaster.
That should make
That's not team building. That's not team building. Yeah. And Gerard Mayo today decided to take a shot at Bill Belichick about why the roster was bad at the start of the year without saying his name. Did you catch that?
No, I did not.
When asked why he thought the roster was in such bad shape at the start of the year, he said, "You tell me, I'm not going there."
No, that's fact.
Right.
That is
so
fact.
apparently
Bill let the cupboard bare.
Yeah,
That is fact.
Yeah, but I mean, let's not completely forget that all of Bill's guys got to pretty much stay up front in the front office. And there should be a critical eye on those individuals who got to take over with Bill's departure. Because now we're going to find out if they were any better or they were the same garbage as Bill when it came to running this team. By the way, nice contract for a core special teamer that you dropped in there on a Friday. 3-year, $9 million deal for a special teamer in Brandon Schooler?
That's what those guys get.
What are we doing?
That's what those guys get, though.
For what?
I don't know. Each team has one of those type of guys. Slater was the guy. Now it's Schooler.
No. The Patriots have had those guys. Each team doesn't have one of those guys. Each team doesn't bother to spend money, real money, on players that don't play anything other than special teams. That feels like one of the worst traits Bill had that is now carrying over into this new front office. No, that's great. Make sure you lock up Brendan Schooler, but you can't find anybody up front or really any receivers.
Who's the guy Bill
the
signed
entire offseason?
Who's the guy Bill signed from Baltimore and gave him money to come here to special teamer, core special teamer?
Oh, yeah.
God dang, he didn't make any plays. I forgot his name.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Damn it,
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Chris Board.
Chris Board.
Thank you.
Who did that? Good job. Wow.
Gave
Board.
Chris Board.
He made me bored.
Gave him a contract up to $6.7 million.
Core special teamer.
Saying he was the best special teams player we'll play against all year.
What? Yeah.
No, but they couldn't find the extra millions to go after Calvin Ridley. They offered the second most money to Ridley, but they will quickly dole out $9 million to Brendan Schooler. Okay. Things have really started to change around there. Way to weaponize, Elliot.
Well, this is what they're going to be judged on. Signing all Bills draft picks back and all the core guys. You had to do that. You won't be judged for that. You'll be judged for the type of signings that you bring in with like a Corafor and company. Those. KJ Osborne. Keeping Tyquan Thornton on your roster. Not getting rid of him in camp. Still dumbfounded by that one. And your draft picks that this current regime have. Right now, quarterback looks pretty damn good. Your linemen were on the upswing there. Polk had a rough day yesterday. His strength is catching the ball in traffic with strong hands, and he did not do that yesterday. He needs to be better. But, man, Pop Douglas is there if you could get him the ball. That's going to be fun moving forward watching it.